Gabrielle, victims of these crimes, serious sexual assault, as in your case, usually are granted anonymity.
Yep.
In your case, you have chosen to waive that right to anonymity.
Correct.
In order to campaign on this very issue. What do you make? There was a conviction secured in your case. What do you make of claims for anonymity for those men, and it's predominantly men, who are accused of rape and sexual assault, because in a large number of cases they are either not brought to trial or acquitted?
I don't believe that those accused of sexual offences should be afforded any more protection than anybody accused of murder or assault. It enables them to hide behind a cloak of anonymity. There are already very few successful convictions for sex offences, and if we've got a process of open and fair justice, justice has to be seen to be done, and I don't believe that people accused of an offence that rips the soul out of its victims should have that additional cloak of anonymity.
What about though the other side of this, which is where a man is found not guilty and the woman retains anonymity, having made what may have been a false claim, for argument, just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
And the man's name is then sullied forever, as it is.
A court case is not the victim versus the offender, with all due respect. It's the state carrying out that case against the defendant.
Right, but in rape cases, the woman is always anonymous. The man is named.
It's irrelevant. A victim is a witness in a trial. The defendant is there, it's part of the open justice system, their name should be out there. There are certain high profile cases, one with a taxi driver where he was arrested for 8 offences. As a direct result of that, 85 other women came forward.
Okay.
I think defendants should have anonymity. We have innocent till proven guilty and we have acquittals, but regrettably mud sticks, and that mud rips through the hearts of the defendants who have to try and get on with their lives.
Is that not true with other criminal cases as well, though?
It is, but various committees looking into anonymity have accepted that so far as the stigma attached to sexual offences is concerned, it's an extraordinary stigma, a stigma which doesn't relate to lots of other offences.
The coalition government looked at this, though, in 2010, and there was insufficient evidence to support a change in the law then. So why all of a sudden is there suddenly this overwhelming wealth of new evidence? The number of cases we're talking about is very, very small. It is very unusual.
Would you compromise at all, for argument's sake? Would you compromise that the male name should be anonymous until the point of being charged with an offence? It seems to me that you can be arrested and then no charges are brought. That seems to me particularly unfair.
If it was modified to the point of charge, then I would be.
Would that be a good first step?
It would be a good first step, but it doesn't go anywhere near dealing with the issue. The problems in relation to charge is that the defendant doesn't even get an opportunity to have an acquittal. So not only has he been charged with an offence, but he's not even had the opportunity to go to the courts, for the courts to come back and say that he was not guilty. What's changed in relation to the previous committees which have dealt with this situation is that publicity's changed, the internet's changed. The position is now that...
We don't want trial by Facebook or trial by Twitter.
It's not trial by Facebook, but not only now is there going to be reporting in relation to the papers in relation to when an allegation is made, but when that particular defendant is acquitted, that will remain on the internet forever, and these people have to apply for jobs. Employers have to consider all of these aspects.
That's a judge has the ability to impose reporting restrictions. That is something where a judge could take take a decision.
He can stop reporting restrictions.
Yeah.
He can't stop the allegation
Very
itself
hard.
being
It's a
made.
very complex issue, this, and I have a lot of sympathy for women who feel that they don't want anything to restrict other women coming forward.
Well, let's.
But I have sympathy for men who are genuinely innocent, whose names get trashed.
Yes, but
as
let's
well.
not forget that the real victims here are those people who are raped, and unfortunately, 85% of victims of rape never report it.